What's up, everybody, and welcome, I must say now, the night after WrestleMania Monday Night Raw review. And we got a lot to cover tonight. There's a lot of things that went down. Kicking off with Daniel Bryan as everybody chanting yes, yes, yes. And Bryan talked about you guys never get tired of that, and the people pretty much chanted, you deserve it. He talked about what happened 2 years ago when the yes chants began and what they are now. It's a thing, and that he showed the authority what happened, and now he is the champion and no one can stop him now. Until Triple H came out and Stephanie as the fans chanted asshole then, asshole. Triple H said he wasn't going to get in the ring because he was going to regret what he was going to do. And Bryan said, why don't you come in? He held the belts up together and they all did yes chants then. They said, you better enjoy your moment while you can, because tonight you're going to defend that title against him tonight. So it's going to be Triple H versus Daniel Bryan tonight for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Orton and Batista were pissed in the back saying, why don't we get our titles? Orton has a rematch in his clause and Batista wanted a match, but they said, you're not going to get it tonight, but you're going to face the Usos for the Tag Team Championships. And you'll get your individual title shots, but if we work together, we're a unit then. He said he's going to take care of this problem. The Wyatts came out as everybody clapped to this song as they went against John Cena, Biggie Langston, and Sheamus in a six-man tag. Everybody started chanting, let's go Wyatt. As the match went on, he pretty much starts singing, and he's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. And Harper was just getting chants out there, so they pretty much cheered for the Wyatts and booed at the others. That's pretty much what happened, as they kept chanting for the Wyatts, and even the Cena, let's go Cena, Cena sucks. Pretty much getting the ending of the match, the Wyatts were dominating. Bray Wyatt hit that crab-like move, walked like a crab. Everybody just started chanting, Bray's gonna kill you, Bray's gonna kill you, Bray's gonna kill you. And pretty much he hit the Sister Abigail on Bray Wyatt, and everybody started clapping their hands to the theme song then as the Wyatts won. So great six-man tag for them. Even though Bray Wyatt didn't win last night, the chants really made it special for the Wyatt family tonight. So that was big for them. You know, Fandango and Summer Rae, which everybody was Fandangoing, so that was great. Went against Summer Rae, Fandango, Summer Rae went against Emma and Santino. Pretty much Emma won with her submission move, whatever that's like that last chancery Austin Aries does. Pretty much won the match like that. It was kind of cool to see the Fandangoing, which was really good. So at least Emma got something in. She's still stuck in this whole stupid thing with Santino, but whatever. Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar. They came out to talk about, yes, The Undertaker did suffer a concussion last night. He was hospitalized overnight, but he was let go, they said. And pretty much, he talked about how Brock pretty much took down The Undertaker. He beat the streak, and everybody booed and started saying bullshit chants. And yeah, eat, sleep, break the streak. Eat, sleep, break the streak. And he says Brock Lesnar's not here to put smiles on people's faces. He's here to put tears in the eyes of children. But now we're going to shoot from the hip, as Paul Heyman says. Right? It's not going to be a shoot now, I say. You want to shoot? Let's go to what really happened with the shoot. You don't want it a real thing. That when The Undertaker walked through the curtain last night, he collapsed, and Vince McMahon went to the hospital then, as he pretty much says, Undertaker nearly suffered a broken neck and a fractured skull. Because if that match went on, it would have gotten worse. And he talked about the streak, and he pointed at JBL and those two things that are supposedly announcers, Cole and King. I don't agree with what he said about that. And everybody just went crazy over that then. Tried to, started giving an ovation and stuff in the Superdome. And he said, it's Superdome, Hogan, not Silverdome. And everybody kind of went with that then. And pretty much said The Undertaker is a loser when he did that, the loser sign. And Brock Lesnar is a winner. and pretty much you guys are just trying to be the wildest crowd of the year, so just so you can get a shot on TV. And pretty much he said Brock Lesnar is not here to respect anybody. He says Brock Lesnar is here, come here to dominate, and pretty much says that Brock Lesnar can do things. Like The Rock couldn't go to the UFC and win an NCAA. Not Bryan, not Cena, not Hulk Hogan, not Stone Cold Steve Austin, and not The Undertaker. They couldn't transition to that. And that's why Brock Lesnar is the one to beat The Undertaker. And he says, against the 21, and he says, I told you so. He says, I'll say it slowly then so you can all understand. And he says pretty much they're on a huge flat platform and you can't beat them. And pretty much they walked to the back. So nobody came out, no Undertaker. And I'm going to get on that view kind of when I get to the end of the review. I'll say that. I'm going to get to that. But I was very surprised. It was a promo. They just gloated, and I got to say it was one hell of a promo from Paul Heyman. Don't get me wrong on that. Like, he just gloating. The gloating was just crazy just to get the people to hate him. So that was crazy. Videos for Bo Dallas coming here and Adam Rose at the Exotic Express. The Usos went against Orton Batista. People started to chant, "You tapped out." CM Punk, Y2J, Justin Roberts even got a chant. And pretty much Batista and Orton beat the hell out of the Usos. Pretty much didn't care about the tag team match. But they beat the hell out of both of them and stuff. So that, I guess they just didn't want to win the titles. And it looked like they may be a tag team. It looks like Evolution was, they said. I don't know if I'm going to hint on Evolution. Also tonight, it's good to welcome the return. I didn't think he was coming back yet, but please welcome back the return of Rob Van Dam. RVD is back. People pretty much started chanting RVD when he went against Sandow, and pretty much started chanting ECW, ECW, and Rob Van Dam, as everybody just went nuts for RVD throughout the entire ring. He beat Sandow, pretty much squashed him, but he won. So it was good for RVD. Crowd was really with it. Rey Mysterio finally went against the debut of Bad News Barrett, and everybody went nuts and started chanting Bad News Barrett. Even with the boom, there was a lot of UK fans. So they pretty much were with Barrett, booed at Mysterio. Kind of hard to boo Mysterio. It's been like that since Royal Rumble. But they booed at Mysterio, and pretty much Barrett pretty much dodged it. Well, Mysterio hit the 619, but then Barrett slipped him off the ropes, and pretty much the bullhammer elbow, and everybody went 1, 2, 3, and Bad News Barrett won the match. But will this go any better than like tonight? More Adam Rose videos. Alexander Rusev made his debut, which was basic what I saw. He killed Zack Ryder, so it was alright for him with the camel clutch. So it was a good debut for Alexander Rusev. Ultimate Warrior came out Raw, which is very seen over 19-20 years. He talked and talked about the Warriors, speak to me Warriors, and he pretty much put on the Warrior Man, talking about that these people are the legend makers, and talk about storytelling. And you guys make the legends because of your views. And he's seen a lot of guys that could be legends, but you guys make the legends. So he said thank you to them, and the Warrior Spirit will run forever as the Ultimate Warrior. He was saying the Ultimate Warrior, not just Warrior. AJ came out, then pretty much she proved everybody wrong at WrestleMania. 295 days as the Divas Champion. She is the Divas division, and she is the best diva in the world. And everybody pretty much said she overcame everything, and everybody went and started chanting CM Punk real loudly, since everybody knows she's with CM Punk. So it was almost like watching her title reign like CM Punk. But then Paige came out saying she was new. And since the people do know Paige, and she got a big pop, she said she's giving everybody a chance, so now she's going to give you a chance and stuff. Because, you know, of course, she told her she started a poor girl from Jersey, she's now being the main event. And as like I said, Paige, she was the NXT Women's Champion, and she said, why are you here and stuff? And he said, you know what, she's going to like give him a match tonight. Right now, AJ versus Paige for the title as she slapped Paige. And everybody just started chanting, "This is awesome, this is awesome." And pretty much AJ beat the hell out of Paige and hit the Black Widow. And all Paige did was get out of the Black Widow and trip AJ and won the match and won the title. And the people just popped for it. And I gotta say, let me just say, it was, I guess, a pop. But what a way to screw over AJ. It was like watching CM Punk's title reign again. I'm not saying, Paige is one of the biggest divas around there in NXT. I've seen it. But to end AJ's title reign like that, with one move, a trip, what the fuck were they thinking when they did that? It was a good debut for her. And yes, she'll go somewhere in this company since she's on the main roster now, but winning the title right off the back? That was like CM Punk losing the belt. And with one move? What the fuck was that? I'm not really happy with her losing the title like that, though. That's what's just really bad. I feel bad for AJ like that. Like, what the fuck? What a way to screw her over. More Bo Dallas videos. Hulk Hogan came out and finally said Superdome and talked about well, let me tell you something here, bro. As he presented the trophy to Cesaro, as everybody started humming the Real American thing, say do 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 do. They said that, and pretty much said Cesaro, and pretty much Zeb Coulter said, you know, he helped Cesaro and everything, and he's glad that he's a Zeb Coulter guy and everything, and that he's a real American. But Cesaro said, I'm not a Zeb Coulter guy. I'm a Paul Heyman guy. When Paul Heyman came out, the crowd went nuts then. The King of Swing, he called him, Cesaro. He called pretty much Zeb Coulter Crampa and everything, and everybody just started chanting, King of Swing, King of Swing. Since, you know, he's a Paul Heyman guy now, and pretty much Cesaro got his trophy, but Swagger attacked him behind, and pretty much Cesaro Swagger broke the trophy then in the ring and pretty much threw it all over the place, which pretty much made it to Cesaro, and Cesaro going against Jack Swagger. Pretty much as the match went on, people were chanting swing, swing, and saying we the people, and pretty much it went in an count out as people started chanting pussy to Swagger, and pretty much Cesaro with Paul Heyman. Let me just give my opinion on that. Cesaro with Paul Heyman is going to be a good team. I think he'll go somewhere. It's way better than what happened with Ryback and Curtis Axel, but I think with having Cesaro as a Paul Heyman guy, I think that's going to go somewhere. If Lesnar's not going to be here, then we got to put Paul Heyman with somebody, and we're going to put him with Cesaro. That's a great idea. Stephanie Man talked about pretty much Kane and the Shield saying whatever happened last night, that's done. Because the Outlaws tried to go with Kane saying that, where's your buddy, the New Age Outlaws? Which Billy Gunn did suffer an injury last night, but I'm sure the Outlaws will be back next week. Something they'll be back. Don't count the Outlaws out. Pretty much said you guys are gonna go out there and help Triple H and everything. So no more. You're not gonna face each other like this anymore. It's done. So, and pretty much Kane tried to complain, but Stephanie told him to shut up, and it's going to be like that tomorrow. Tomorrow night, on Main Event, might I ask. I usually don't check out Main Event a lot, a little here and there, but I'm very interested in tomorrow night. The Shield will be going against the Wyatts tomorrow night on Main Event. So that's kind of interesting to see. And as we got into the main event, Bryan came out with his titles, and then Batista and Orton came out. They beat the hell out of Bryan, hit the Batista bomb and RKO, and then Kane came out, chokeslammed him. Triple H made his entrance, which his leg was heavily taped for some reason. But he was about to get Bryan, told him to ring the bell. The Shield came out, then everybody started chanting Hounds of Justice, and started chanting This is awesome again for some reason. You know, nothing happened when they just hit the ring. They didn't even get in the ring yet. And Punk, pretty much Triple H tried to break up the Shield and Kane and them, tried like they were not gonna do this here, but Roman Reigns speared Triple H, and then everybody started brawling in the ring, and all of them were out, and pretty much Triple H was surrounded. Bryan hit the knee, and they pretty much pulled Triple H out of there. So now it's what, the Authority versus all the young guys. Listen, I'll give it to they did tonight. They showed a lot of NXT talent that's coming here. especially for the night after WrestleMania. You got Bo Dallas coming, Adam Rose, Paige made her debut, Alexander Rusev made his debut. So they got a lot of things going in NXT right now. Who's going to be left in NXT? You're bringing all of them to the main roster right now. But I don't know what's next for Brock Lesnar. And like, what's the thing? And let me say this right here. I guess there will be no Sting now. No Sting debut, I see. Which people thought what was going to happen. Well, it would have been if Undertaker didn't lose the streak. And no CM Punk. No CM Punk. And I know I've given my thoughts about this whole Undertaker thing yesterday. And people are going to agree with me. There are people not going to agree with me. People tried to come to me today telling me, well, he's established himself. Yes, Brock Lesnar did do everything in this business. But he left for 8 years. I get that he went to UFC. He tried to do football. But does it really give him the credentials that much to beat the streak? People say, oh, legends should have beat The Undertaker. I really believe Shawn Michaels could have beat him. Or give it to a young guy or something that could have the credibility of moving forward, CM Punk, which they should have did last year. Why give it to the guy, and I know I've said this hundreds of times now, why give it to the part-timer that's barely even here, does like, what, 3 matches out of the year? What is his benefit for Brock Lesnar? What, he's going to come back in the next 6 to 8 months to, what, fight, challenge Bryan for the title or something again? What? What gain? And I just feel like people didn't like it because the match was shitty. It fucking sucked. You can't really lie and say that match was sucked. It just sucked. It was short. And come on, like, Undertaker really couldn't have an amazing match really this year? And like, was this really a good way to go out? A shitty match? A shitty feud? Like, I understand the shock value of it. But I really believe it went to the wrong guy. It really did. It just did. It's like if Cena won it right now, and we all know it's been the wrong guy. But at least Cena has been in this company and didn't leave for over 8 years. CM Punk really could have got it. I felt like there was really nothing interesting out of the Brock Lesnar Undertaker match. I feel like it is a controversy, this. But are they really gonna let it go down like this? The streak ending? And I know I'm ranting about this, and there's probably thousands and millions of people around going, rant about this. I've gotten so many people. Do I really believe the streak is over? It's taken some time, but maybe it is. It is just 21-1. But they should have just went with 21-0 or maybe 22-0 and pretty much ended with the streak right there and just like survive. I don't think this is the end of The Undertaker, okay? I really don't think it is. I think The Undertaker will be back. It's not the end yet. Undertaker's probably going to get some type of retribution, or maybe it's going to be a match that probably next year. Okay, if Undertaker wins, he'll go back in 21-0. Or something like that to reverse it. Because you could have made a lot of merchandise like that. And now WWE is, like I said before, WWE's going to have to pull a fucking head out their asses just to figure out something. You're going to have to start really pushing guys and putting some main event talent on. You can't depend on the streak. You can't depend on the streak anymore because you have no more streak unless you decide to swerve it. And there's a lot of people, they say, to blame this in the back from Vince McMahon, because I know it was a last minute thing. And people try to say, well, this was 6 days earlier they talked about this and only 6 people knew, or Brock or Undertaker what a Brock. Maybe Undertaker was just the way to go down. I don't know. It was just a shitty way of going out. I just didn't feel like it was a good way of going out. And what, is Undertaker gonna disappear for the next year until he comes back and talks about, okay, maybe I'm gonna do a rematch. Maybe he's gonna end it. Or revenge, or something. I don't know. I just think he should have gave it the rub to Punk. At least it was a 5-star match last year and it stole the show. This was a shitty match. It was just one shock value. Now it's him losing the streak. But I may speak more of this on the weekend. I know people are probably going to keep talking, wondering, and investigating what's wrong with this thing. What happened? And some of you are going to agree with me. Some of you are not going to agree with me. But I don't know what's next. I don't know what this means for the streak. I don't know, it's over. I don't think Undertaker's over yet. I really believe, well, the Undertaker's not over. It's not done yet. But we all know what kind of bullshit went down last night, and people talking about boycotting the WWE and making a turn on it. And I don't blame them in a way. I really don't. Maybe it's just time for TNA to step the fuck up. But I will say one thing though, a lot of NXT new talent has came tonight. Was it as good as last year's Raw? Well, we had our chance here and there. We had some good moments in a way with some things. It was overall a good show, don't get me wrong, it really was. Especially the Paul Heyman promo, which was really good, and you know, Cesaro being a Paul Heyman guy, everybody getting a chance, debuts, our Rob Van Dam returning back. I'm hoping RVD goes to the title now, but that may not be for a while, or some type of title. But we'll have to see what happens. But comment, subscribe, check out the live reactions to WrestleMania 30. Check out my review to WrestleMania 30. It's just there's many things to say. I'm still baffled a little about last night because I'm gonna be honest with you. WrestleMania last night had some good moments, very odd, very bizarre. Do I think it was a great WrestleMania? It had its couple moments here and there, but I didn't think it was that really good. It was decent. I didn't think it was that good. It was like the beginning and the end. Like the first hour was going great, so it turned into a shit fest kind of in a way almost. And the ending was great. But the Taker versus match, I think people are still shocked and pissed about that. Yeah, I still think it's going to be a swerve, or I don't think it's going to do something. Yeah, and you know, people may not believe me right now. But if it happens, I'm going to say I'll prove a lot of people wrong and I was right. So if people can doubt me right now and say what it was and what it is here, but that's it. But I'm getting in this right here. Monday Night Raw. Raw after WrestleMania. Crowd went nuts tonight, so I give it that. So like I said before, once again, it's me. It's that HOOD coming here for the attack, wearing that bucket hat. You keep the rhymes here, no mess ups, and I said it before about your mania. This is the night after WrestleMania, so I hope you come here and you see the videos that you saw. And now we are done with this review of Monday Night Raw. So I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace, and I probably may do a main event review tomorrow just for the Shield and the Wyatts. But we'll see what happens next. I'm out of here. See you later. Peace.